Welcome to Sisters on Board. Today we'll be creating our Cute as a Bunny framed shelf sitter, a cheerful spring project featuring 5 adorable bunny silhouettes and soft pastel colors. This beginner-friendly project is easy to paint and perfect for adding a touch of Easter and springtime charm to your home. So let's get started. So we're starting with our white, putting a little bit of white on your sponge and dabbing it gently over your engraved lines to keep those intact. And then next we're going to get a little bit of yellow on a new sponge and go over one of the bunnies with our yellow. Banana cream is what we used, but you can use any yellow. And then the next color we're going to use is our pink. In this case we're using cotton candy pink. So just go over it until it's covered to your liking. The next color we're using is baby blue, or any pastel blue that you might have on hand. And the next color is our lavender. And then after lavender, we're going to go in with a pastel green. In this case, we used sweet mint. Once your first coat is dry, then go back over and give everything a second coat as needed. Especially anything with white, you're going to want to go over that a couple of times to make it really pop. And you can carve out any paint that you might get into your lines with a toothpick or some sort of a sharp tool. And then go back over your bunnies one more time. And then for the frame and the easels, we like to use a baby wipe and brush on a little burnt umber. It gives the wood kind of a stained look. It would look like stained wood. And it's super easy to do. Just wipe on a little dab of paint. And this makes it go very quick and fast. So we're going to go over all the surfaces with a burnt umber and a baby wipe. And then don't forget to flip over your easel and do the other side. Now at this point, you can be done with your piece and glue it together and it would look perfectly great. But you can also take a dry sponge and just dry brush a little bit of white paint over the edges to give it just kind of a frosted look, kind of like a bunny or a peep for Easter would look. But again, this step is totally optional. You don't have to do that. And you can go ahead and take all your bunnies and set them on your piece in any order that you would like. At this point, you can take your little bunny tails off of the tape. We're ready to start assembling our project. So the first step is we're going to take any craft glue that you have. We're going to glue each bunny to the board. And you don't need to add a lot of glue, just some dots as shown. That's all that's needed here. So continue gluing your bunnies onto the board. Make sure they're as lined up as you can get them, even across the bottom. And then you're going to add your little bunny tails and then add your frame. And once everything is dry, assemble your easel and your project is ready to display. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this cute as a bunny framed shelf sitter brings a little extra springtime joy to your home. Thank you for creating with Sisters on Board, and we'll see you again soon for another fun and beginner-friendly project. Happy painting!